Alright, we're going to do our Natasha Denona palette ranking video from my favorite, from most used to least used, because I love them all. But we do have those palettes where we will use more than what we do with the others, but we still love the others. They just get used once in a while, you know? So, yeah. So my least used of the bunch is it's the smallest one I have of them, and it is her Jubilee palette, which I got in a boxy charm, which I no longer do boxy charm. But look at that. They're beautiful beautiful colors that work really well together, right? But you're still slightly limited on your looks. This is a cream to powder matte. This yellow is probably my favorite shade out of the whole palette, but it is my least used palette. Sad. Oh, excuse me. And then next, I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 palettes. So this is like 8 to 1. So palette 8. So first, coming up in the 7th spot is the is the bronze palette, right? Look at that, super shiny. But I made videos on this forever ago, and when I used this, it all blended together into one. They just all look the same. And the only way they changed them up is with using these two darker shades and this shade, but these all correlate into together. These are slightly similar, so a lot of similar shades into this. And I'm not super keen on doing like heckin' monochromatic looks, so that's why she's falling into 7. Next, coming into 6, the 6th spot is the Love palette. Ooh, why do you say the Love palette, you ask? Well, because I don't know, when I bought this, I wasn't using a whole lot of pinks and reds together, and there's like only like 2 purples. 3 if you count this one. This is like a dark purple. But now I'm into, like, I love red, and I love the purples. Like, my taste in color schemes and mixing it have changed, so why not do palette rankings, right? Because things have changed around, so. Number 6, palette number 6. Number 5 is our Tropic palette, which you can't get no more. She is a rare one to find where people haven't, like, flip-flopped it around. And this is coming into number 5, mainly because it's like a good portion of neutrals. And I have nothing against neutrals, but if you've been here for a minute, we know I don't do a whole lot of neutral looks. And my neutral looks still have a slight pop of color. So that is palette number 5. That was palette... That's palette number 4, okay, my bad. Now we're going into palette number 5, which is the Trio Chrome palette. And now listen, I'm going on from least used to most used because I love all these. And look at this beautiful inside. I love this palette. I like the grunginess and I like the Trio Chromes, but I wouldn't really call these Trio Chromes. I don't get Trio Chrome Rise from them. I just get Duochrome, but I still like them. So, no hard feeling here. Oh, I just about lost my stack. Yeah, okay. Ooh-wee. Number 3, that was palette 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 4, 3, 2. Oh, what the heck? I don't think I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Palette, yeah. I'm making no sense anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Palette number 3. Okay, now we got our math corrected here. It's a Circo Loco palette. Also, pretty packaging, by the way. Here's the inside. I've got pretty good use out of this, but because to me, if I did use this palette, I would use like a lighter shade on the inner part, and then I would use a darker shade on the outer portion and then do like a shimmer with it. So that's the only way I would use this. So this is more of a pairing palette, but because it's so colorful, it still gets used a good amount. So that's why she's in number 3. Number 2 slot is the Whittle Pastel. And look at that. Beautiful packaging. And this is the number 2 because the shimmers are the highlight of this palette. The shimmers. It's the way to go. And then the lighter shades are good to mix with other palettes as well. So this is another pairing palette, but she's definitely in the number 2 spot. Very pretty. Very pretty. And then we have the Zindo in the number 1 spot. And I do plan to like mix and match these palette shades together for like a Weevil palette. I just need to buy a little magnetic palette. I thought I had one, but I cannot find it anywhere, so I need to get a new one. But they're cheap to buy, so that's fine. But the Zindo, I really like this palette, okay? And I struggle with this palette, but I still love it. I'm always on the struggle bus, but I figured out how to work with the cream to powder formula, so I think it's going way better for me. I do not think that their cream to powder formulas are good for first time makeup users, because I don't think that would be good at all. They're a little difficult to use, but then once you get used to using them and working with them, it becomes much easier to use, and then you're just like, dang, I really like this formula, you know. That is my Natasha Denona palette ranking. You own Natasha Denona, how would you rank them? Let me know. Oh no, we've dropped one. Also, if you would like to see me take them apart or re-put them apart, I got plenty of shades here, and make our own little Natasha Denona palette concoction and do an eye look with, let me know. I feel like that's a fun video to do. Of course, I'd have to write the names down with sticky notes and what goes to where, so I can put them back to their original form, because I'll forget what goes where, who belongs with who, you know. So, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.